I signed up for a sleep deprivation study. The first 2 days were pretty uneventful. By day 3, though, the shadows in the corner of my eye started whispering to me. I couldn't convince myself that it was just my imagination. It felt like there were hundreds of tiny little mouths all around me, just out of sight, speaking in unison. They never said anything coherent, just whispered in this menacing tone. On day 4, I became convinced that the walls were closing in on me. I could feel the paint scraping against my skin as the walls slowly started to converge. I started seeing things out of the corner of my eye, but when I tried to focus on them, I couldn't make out any details. I just knew that there was something there, like there was someone or something lurking just beyond my vision. By day 5, I was so exhausted that I started hallucinating. I was sitting at my desk when I saw my roommate peel off his face. His jawbone came out with it too, and he just stared at me for a few seconds before the skin regenerated and snapped back into place. When I told him what I'd seen, he looked at me like I was crazy. He said that he hadn't slept either, but he was starting to feel fine. That was the most human interaction I'd had in 5 days. On day 6, the whispers in the shadows became voices. They were taunting me, telling me that I wouldn't make it through the night. They said that I should give up because there was no way I could keep my eyes open for another 24 hours. I was so exhausted by then that I didn't fight them. I laid down in my bed and closed my eyes for the first time in a week. When I woke up, I was disoriented and confused. Why was the room spinning? Why was everything so loud? I tried to sit up, and the researchers rushed into the room. They said that ID passed the test, and that I should be proud of myself because ID made it further than anyone else. I was confused. What test? What did they mean? They told me that I'd been selected for a special follow-up study, but I refused to participate. All I wanted to do was go home and sleep. As I was leaving, I noticed that my roommate wasn't there. I asked the researchers where he was, but they told me that he'd left a long time ago. I was the only one left. I still hear the voices in the shadows sometimes. I haven't slept a full night since that experiment, and I'm pretty sure that the government is behind it all.